Hi, today I want to talk to you about getting an extra battery for in your house. Now this is an AGM battery. Um, it's 12 volt, 33 amp hours. So when you get a brand new AGM battery, the first thing they told me to do is drain it. They want it dead. Then charge it back up and then only go down to 50%. So that's what I'm doing. I have right here is at 12.25. I have it on a pure sine wave inverter. Now the reason I have it on there is because I have it on the radio and this laptop over here, and I don't want it buzzing and humming. Now I did test this earlier on the coffee pot. It would run the coffee pot. It made about 4 cups, and then the amps were not enough to push through the power inverter. It just drew too many amps. Now this will only push out, it says less than 9.9 amps. Alright, so 9.9 amps should have ran the coffee pot all the way through. It didn't. It made 4 cups before my inverter went off and alarm sounded. I did also try it with the ice maker. It did work on the ice maker until it started making ice, and then the inverter alarm sounded and the inverter shut itself down to keep from drawing down the battery like that. So I said, you know what, I have to get this battery down, and I only want to use it in the house anyway. I don't want to use it for like a coffee pot or something like this. I just put some heavy loads on it to see if I could draw it down quicker. This is not going to carry your coffee pot. Now it did make 4 cups before my alarm sounded, so I mean that's possible, but you know, I advise not doing that. You do not want to pull super heavy loads off a battery this size. This is not a 200 amp hour battery. This is a 33 amp hour battery. And, you know, like I said, I'm using the smaller cables here for a reason, because I really don't need to draw a lot of power. Now this is still at 12.24, and that's after I ran the coffee pot and hooked up the ice maker. So what I did was I wanted to go down as fast as possible without overloading it. So I just hooked up the radio here, and I have this laptop over here hooked up. So I'm just going to let this play. And I'm just going to put a movie on over here or something, let it just run. Once again, I did not buy this battery for running heavy things. I have my solar setup for that. This is just for in the house, for if when the power goes out or something happens. We can still use the laptop in the house without having to hook up an inverter outside. Now, if you're going to try using a battery this size to power something like a coffee pot, I would get at least 2, maybe even 3 of these batteries. But you're looking at, for 2 batteries, probably $140. And for 3, you're looking at well over $200. So, you know, and that they're still only 33 amp hour, and you can only use half that power. So, you know, if you're looking at batteries, consider that. And once again, I need this to drop as quick as I can. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something on the laptop, get it running and playing. I could possibly put a different end or a extra end on there. So I could use 2 plugs on this plug, maybe. And I could plug maybe the fan on or something like that. But anyway, this will be good for now. Before you ask about midnight, he did go get the cone of shame. He did get his paw and his leg wrapped up. Now, he absolutely hates the cone. he kept falling over when he jumped off and on the bed and stuff, so we had to take the cone off. And of course, he pulled his leg bandage off. So we did get some more bandages to bandage him up. We can do that ourselves. So hopefully, hopefully he'll be okay. Um, like I said, he did have the cone of shame, but he absolutely hates that thing, and he couldn't get up and down off the bed with it on, and he kept falling, and that's not something we want him to do. But once again, this is a 33 amp hour AGM battery. Um, this seems to be powering the radio just fine and the laptop just fine. And it's not drawing down much any power at all. Now, my inverter says it's down to 12 volts at 123, I believe that's watts. And over here it says 12.24 on 12 volt. So they're not too far off. Anyway, I just wanted to see the battery. These batteries like this, they don't spill. They're sealed. So you can keep them in the house. Once again, if you want to use it on a laptop or radio or something that does not pull a super huge draw, then one of these is fine. Like I said, for a laptop, I expect this to last a while. We'll see. And plus I have the radio going at the same time. So like I said, I'm trying to kill the battery. I'm trying to take it down. And that way I can go ahead and put it and charge it. Once you do this, once you get your AGM battery dead, you have to charge it at no more than 4 amps. So, it's going to take a slow charge. This will work on some low-end solar setups, but I would definitely have more than one battery if you're going to do that. Now, to answer a question somebody asked me the other day, what's the best way to set up your solar, series or parallel? The answer is both. Now, if you take series, you're getting 12 volt. Well, actually more than 12 volt, but I'm going to say 12 volt because that's what's going into your batteries from a charger controller. But if it's in series, your watts are adding up. Right? So if you got 4 100 watt panels, that's up to 400 watts you're getting in series. Now if you have 2 sets of panels, and one's in series and one's in parallel, you're getting the watts from one but the amps from the other. You can either get the watts or the amps. You can't get them both from a single solar setup. If you have it in series, you're getting your watts. If you have 400 watts of solar, you're getting 400 watts and possibly 7 amps max on a good day. So, if you wanted to, you could split that up to 200 watts, but you'd have to have another charger controller. If you split up 400 watts of solar, you would be getting 200 watts on series and approximately 14 amps if you hooked up 2 on another charger controller on parallel. So that's how you figure it out. If you want amps and watts, you definitely need 2 charger controllers, and one has to be in series, the other has to be in parallel. Let's see. And it seems to be holding out just fine. Um, I actually expect this battery would hold out for quite a while. Just running something like this radio, or perhaps the laptop, or even a LED light. I expect this battery to hold out for quite a while. As you can see, it's still at 12.23. By the time this thing is dead enough for me to charge, it's probably going to be 8, 9 o'clock tonight, if not later. So I'm just going to leave everything running over here. I may hook something else up. I don't know. We'll have to see. Once again, I only have 2 plugs on the front, but no issues whatsoever. Once again, I did originally hook up the ice maker and the coffee pot. They just pulled too much amps for this battery, and the inverter shut itself down to protect the battery. So if you're going to be running heavy stuff, 2 of these batteries would possibly go ahead and run a coffee pot. Like I said, my coffee pot did make 4 cups. That's it. 4 cups before my inverter shut it down to protect the battery. But as far as the radio goes, I mean, it's still got plenty of power for low amps, for low amp appliances and stuff. Radio's going just fine. I can put something on here. I'll put something on here, and that way it'll be drawing a little extra power, hopefully. But if you want something for a backup, it's just something to have in the house to where you can run your radio, run a laptop, or charge some stuff up. A battery this size is pretty decent. These run, I believe, about $70 right now, maybe less. It's 12 volt, 33 amp hour. Constant charge voltage, constant voltage charge, 25 degrees. Anyway, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Like I said, for small stuff, a single battery like this would be fine in a house for, a tablet, a laptop, a radio, possibly a fan. I know my fan's dirty. Possibly a fan. But you would have to really need a pure sine wave inverter. So, electronics do not like modified sine wave inverters at all. Other than that, I'm fixing to go, and if you're interested in one of these, you can find them online. But that's my inside setup for my girlfriend if our power goes out. This will run her computer, I'm pretty sure of that. Now, for how long, I'm not sure, because her computer pulls quite a bit of watts compared to the laptops. But anyway, I'm fixing to go. I hope you enjoy seeing it. And this is the new battery that just came in, and it's still doing pretty well. Alright, that's it. Everyone have a good one. Bye.